Another massive all-time high has been recorded today. Palantir is on a winning spree. People are celebrating. However, something crazy has been revealed today, and the chances are very limited. Millions of dollars are moving to Palantir, and this might be the start of a dream breakthrough. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir's price is on fire today, and yeah, we're not just talking about a small jump. We're talking new all-time highs like it's just another day at the office. It almost looks effortless the way Palantir is smashing through previous highs like they were made of paper. And people? They're losing their minds right now. But it's not just hype for the sake of hype. There's a real reason behind all this madness, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Today alone, Palantir rolled out multiple new contracts, massive multi-million-dollar deals, lined up back-to-back. It's like they're just casually collecting these contracts while the rest of the market watches in disbelief. And just when you think it couldn't get more insane, an analyst came forward with something huge. According to him, Palantir has officially entered a technical pattern so rare, so explosive, that it could push the price into a whole new gear. We're talking about the kind of setup that doesn't happen often, and when it does, it doesn't stick around for long. The clock is ticking. If this plays out the way it's lining up right now, we might only have a few days before this window of opportunity disappears. And when it does, you'll want to make sure you've got enough Palantir stock on hand. The best part? You can actually get some for free right now. Yeah, really. Check the description below, hit that link, follow the instructions, and you could be holding free Palantir shares. It doesn't get much better than that. But let's get into what everyone's asking. What about the chart? What's actually happening with Palantir's price action right now? Well, according to one expert, what we just saw on Wednesday was nothing short of explosive. The move was so strong, so clean, it actually formed a huge bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart. That alone is a big deal. But here's where it gets wild. It's forming a textbook cup and handle pattern. And for those of you who might not know, that's one of the most powerful bullish patterns you can find in technical analysis. It's a setup that, when it breaks, can lead to massive runs. This analyst didn't hold back either. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, if you're still worried about Palantir's so-called high PE ratio, you probably don't understand what this company really is. This isn't just another software stock. Palantir is shaping up to be the tech leader of this next generation. The potential here isn't priced in, not even close. And get this, he's calling for some serious price targets in the coming weeks. We're talking about Palantir moving toward the mid-hundreds. 146, 151, 155, and even 160 aren't just wishful thinking anymore. They're right there on the horizon, and we're already on the path. So, what just happened? Well, one analyst just dropped something completely insane. And honestly, this might be one of the biggest bombshells we've seen in a while. He's calling it a once-in-a-lifetime Fibonacci pyramid. And yeah, that sounds dramatic. But once you hear what he's saying, it actually makes a lot of sense. According to him, Palantir just confirmed a long-term Fibonacci pattern. Not the basic stuff you hear on Reddit, but a deep, structural pattern that screams massive upside. His long-term target, 157. And this isn't some wild guess. It's built on years of data, momentum shifts, and algo behavior that's now starting to come alive. Here's the kicker. The 50% golden zone, which is a critical Fibonacci level, just held strong around the 66 area back in April. And it didn't just hold. A massive algorithm stepped in at that exact level. That kind of move isn't random. When you see algo money step in like that, especially at a key technical zone, it means the big players are loading up. Quietly, strategically, and they're usually early. This is big because Fibonacci levels don't lie, especially the golden zone. It's where price decides if it wants to break down or blast off. And Palantir? It held like a beast. That bounce wasn't just luck. It was calculated. Smart money saw the opportunity, and now the rest of the market is catching on. In fact, we're already seeing it unfold. It's not just a theory anymore. It might actually be spot on. Because right now, we're watching a flood of high-level moves that are giving it even more weight. Palantir just locked in a massive $11 million deal from the Federal Aviation Administration. And this one is specifically for Palantir licenses and support. That's not a test run. That's not some trial. That's full deployment, and it means Palantir's tech is now fully embedded into a critical piece of U.S. infrastructure, aviation, data, and national-level systems. That's big, and it doesn't stop there. Another 10 million plus deal just dropped from the National Institutes of Health. That's right, the NIH. The contract is to support secure platforms for the National Clinical Cohort Collaborative Data Enclave and NIDAP. In simple terms, Palantir is helping run the ultra-secure, AI-powered backbone for some of the country's most sensitive medical research and health data. If that doesn't tell you how much trust and value is being placed on their tech, I don't know what does. But wait, that's still not all. Palantir just went global in a massive way. They've officially teamed up with KT, one of South Korea's telecom giants. This isn't just a handshake deal. It's a deep strategic partnership designed to supercharge AI transformation across Korea's industrial landscape. Ryan Taylor, Palantir's chief revenue officer, actually flew to Seoul. This wasn't a press release. This was boots on the ground. He met with KT teams, laid out real strategic plans, and got the gears turning. We're talking about technical training, joint marketing campaigns, certification systems, even POC, proof of concept deployments inside KT's own systems. And that's just the beginning. KT is sending in specialists to work side by side with Palantir's engineers. They're rolling out internal training, building up new AI platforms, and planning aggressive outreach across industries, banking, insurance, manufacturing. They're not just testing Palantir's tech, they're adopting it, scaling it, and selling it. And now let's just zoom out for a second. Look at the timing of all this. These contracts, these partnerships, these boots on the ground moves, and stack that right next to the Fibonacci pyramid analysis. It's all happening at once. This is way too aligned to be a coincidence. So the real question is, do they know something we don't? Because when institutional money shows up like this, when international giants start deploying engineers, when government agencies throw down 8-figure contracts, and when technical analysts are screaming that a massive breakout is in play, something is brewing. And here's why this is huge. Palantir isn't like other stocks. It doesn't creep up slowly. It coils up, and when it breaks out, it explodes. The moves are fast, violent, and dramatic. We've seen it before. When momentum hits Palantir, it doesn't double. It multiplies. And with all these pieces coming together, with this level of momentum, support, and real-world utility, this isn't just hype. This could 10x Palantir, not because of fantasy, but because of how Palantir actually moves when the stars align. And guess what? Right now, everything is lining up. In fact, let's just call it like it is. Palantir is definitely up there right now. And if you need proof of just how far it's come, get this. Palantir now has a bigger market cap than Coca-Cola. Yeah, you heard that right. The same Coca-Cola that's been around for over a century. The brand that's basically everywhere on the planet. Palantir just passed that company in value. That's wild. A software company that most people didn't even understand a couple years ago is now more valuable than one of the most iconic consumer brands in the world. But here's the thing. This is just the beginning. Because Palantir isn't just riding a hype wave. It's firing on all cylinders right now. You've got billion-dollar partnerships rolling in, government contracts stacking up, international expansion happening in real time, and a product that's finally starting to be recognized as essential tech. Not optional, not niche. Essential. We're seeing AI go from buzzword to infrastructure. And guess who's been building that infrastructure for the past decade while everyone else was sleeping? Yep, Palantir. So yeah, it just passed Coca-Cola. But if the current momentum keeps up, if the world keeps waking up to what Palantir actually is and what it's capable of, this could just be the first milestone on a much, much bigger journey. Because Coca-Cola sells drinks. Palantir is selling the operating system of the future. And in a world where data and AI are king, that's a bet that could soar way higher from here. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video.
Things get completely out of control. While the chart is still red, it is a pure distraction. The on-chain data tells completely different things. BlackRock, Coinbase, and behind the scenes. Moves that will be discussed in this video might change your perspective on Shiba Inu entirely. But what am I talking about? And why should you be excited? Well, let me explain. Shiba Inu has taken another dip in its price over the past 24 hours. It is quite noteworthy that this marks the third consecutive day of struggles for Shiba Inu's value. Interestingly, the primary reason behind Shiba Inu's decline isn't directly related to Shiba Inu itself or its development team. Instead, it is the ever-influential Bitcoin that is at play. Given Shiba Inu's tendency to closely follow Bitcoin's price trajectory, any shifts in the world of Bitcoin tend to have a significant impact on Shiba Inu's value. We won't dive deep into the intricacies of Bitcoin's movements today, as there's a lot of pressing Shiba Inu news to cover. However, it's worth noting that today, BlackRock has seen another absence of Bitcoin inflows for the third consecutive day. Meanwhile, Grayscale appears to be actively offloading its Bitcoin holdings, and it's actually super crazy and surprising. Right after the Bitcoin ETF approval in the United States, BlackRock saw more than 70 days of inflow streak. And now, when it first saw zero inflows 2 days ago, people were shocked and panicked. But if that panic was huge, can you imagine what panic is now, as it is the third day in a row of zero inflows? Investors might be hitting the panic button, selling off assets and anxiously monitoring the market, fearing further downturns, losing confidence in the entire crypto market. It is very strange, and a lot of investors are now speculating what is going on. Because this is not something common for BlackRock, as we can see with its 70-day inflow streak. While 1 day of zero inflows might make some sense somehow, BlackRock is still a very strong investor. Though still, the reason behind that is unknown. But 3 days of zero inflows? This really makes us think that something is wrong. The number 0 is what's interesting. This is not an inflow, and not an outflow but 0, which is something that makes us scratching our heads why. So, what could be the reasons behind this anomaly? Well, it could be due to various factors such as institutional investors reallocating their funds, regulatory uncertainty, or perhaps a strategic move by BlackRock itself. However, with it being precise, it makes us think that this is not investors, but some move from BlackRock instead. It really doesn't look like natural human behavior to stay precisely at 0. Typically, there's some fluctuation, even if it's slight, either positive or negative. But to remain at 0 for 3 consecutive days seems intentional, suggesting a deliberate action from BlackRock, rather than a result of investors' natural behavior. But without concrete information, it's all speculation at this point. But anyway, this is the reason why. Bitcoin keeps dumping for the 3rd day in a row, pulling Shiba Inu and the entire crypto market along with it. However, Shiba Inu's price is still up 41% within the weekly time frame, as we might remember. Shiba Inu price soared 53% rally between April 19 and April 22 after the team's $12 million fundraise announcement got Shiba Inu off to a positive start. With the last 3 days, Shiba Inu has retraced 10% towards, cutting its weekly gains to 41%. But interestingly, recent trends observed in the derivatives markets suggest that bulls are still on the prowl for more gains. And if bulls are still on the prowl for more gains, that is all that matters. Short-time fluctuations, especially if they are not because of Shiba Inu itself, but the broad crypto space, don't matter that much. Think of it like this. If you're on a road trip, and you hit a few bumps along the way due to traffic or road conditions, it doesn't change your destination or the overall success of your trip. Similarly, if the broader market is down and the broader crypto market experiences fluctuations due to factors outside of Shiba Inu's control, it doesn't change the long-term potential of Shiba Inu as long as the underlying demand and bullish sentiment remain intact. Looking beyond the Shiba Inu's 10% price correction in the last 3 days, the broader meme coin markets have been on a tear this week. In a bid to front-run Shiba Inu's next recovery phase, speculative traders have been mounting new futures contracts at a disproportionate rate compared to the price trend. This is very important. Shiba Inu's price is expected to bounce back, as it indicates that despite short-term setbacks, there's significant optimism and confidence in the potential for Shiba Inu's price to bounce back. When traders are actively engaging in futures contracts, it suggests they're betting on a bullish future for Shiba Inu. This increased activity can further fuel positive sentiment and potentially drive the price upward in the near term. And here's something you should understand. CoinGlass Open Interest metric monitors the total value of active futures contracts for a specific currency asset. At the beginning of the week, Shiba Inu's open interest was at $51 million. However, the latest data reveals a significant increase, with Shiba Inu open interest climbing by $23 million since April 19th, reaching $75 million as of now. Notably, this marks a robust 45% growth in Shiba Inu open interest within the weekly time frame, surpassing the 41% price growth of Shiba Inu. When open interest surpasses price growth, it reflects a strong trend in Shiba Inu's open interest. The trend is a strong bullish sentiment among speculative traders. Firstly, a surge in open interest indicates increasing participation and interest from traders, showcasing their confidence in the asset's future price potential. This surge in trading activity can contribute to higher liquidity and trading volumes, thereby supporting upward price movements. Secondly, when open interest grows at a faster rate than prices, it suggests that traders are accumulating long positions or implementing hedging strategies, anticipating further price appreciation. Therefore, this substantial $23 million increase in Shiba Inu open interest could serve as a precursor to another upward movement, potentially pushing Shiba Inu towards the 403 price milestone in the near future. But now you might wonder, why is there such growing excitement among Shiba Inu investors? Well, it was just revealed that Shibarium, which is one of the most important elements of Shiba Inu, is set to undergo a hard fork. Now, for those who might not be familiar with Shiba Inu is a trading platform that is used to trade in the market. In the case of Shibarium, this hard fork is aimed at improving the experience of the community and developers. According to the notification, the upcoming technical advancement for Shibarium will be a transformative upgrade that brings to life a variety of functionalities, specifically intended to improve user experience and further empower innovators. And realizing that Shibarium's hard fork adds credibility to investment prospects, it shifts the focus from pure speculation to solid groundwork, providing reassurance to investors and attracting those seeking substance over hype. Further confirmation comes from a recent post by early Bitcoin advocate Da Vinci Jeremy, who drew the public's attention to Shiba Inu, hinting that Shiba Inu is about to experience something significant. And notably, Satoshi Kusama reacted with a cryptic response with an image. According to Kusama's response, the lady in the image gestured in agreement with Jeremy's speculation about Shiba Inu. This suggests that Kusama is confident of an imminent rally for the canine-themed token. Diving further, we'll find that an eye-opening $1.50 trillion tokens are moving within a 24-hour period on the Shiba Inu network. These large transfers are crucial for traders to note, as they could indicate upcoming price movements. Among these transfers are significant amounts, such as one noticeable transaction moving to Shiba Inu, approximately $1.36 million, directed toward an unidentified recipient from what appears to be a private wallet. Another notable movement is from a Coinbase hot wallet, with over 106 billion Shiba Inu, equating to around $2.65 million, likely an internal transfer, or preparation for a volatility surge, which is what we are looking for. And preparation for an upcoming volatility surge fits perfectly with what we've discussed in this video and the potential for an upcoming Shiba Inu price surge. One thing we need to address is the Bitcoin dumping due to zero inflows with BlackRock, but investors believe this issue should be resolved very soon. But what is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comments section. This really helps the channel. Thank you for watching. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.